New Order, here to stay on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais.
We're here to stay.
Yeah.
For the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's Steve Merchant there.
Hello there.
We're with our producer here, Karl Pilkington. We'll be talking to Karl a little bit later because, we've got to have his thoughts on Aesop's Fables, continuing the education of Karl. We've got some great music coming up, haven't we?
Good music.
A little bit of, what have we got? Like Happy Mondays.
Badly Drawn Boy.
Yeah, all that. Bob Dylan.
All sorts.
All sorts coming up.
Yeah, Rick, I don't know, I just wanted to bring your attention to this. Someone passed this on to me. It's from the Guardian's media website. There has a sort of website that's dedicated to kind of media information.
Is this about our complaint?
Well, the headline is Comedian Rapped Over Radio Innuendo.
Right.
Jessica Hodgson has written the article. Are you familiar with this? Have you seen
Well,
this?
be careful now, because we actually got a complaint, and people don't know this, we got a complaint upheld, and,
well, all of this
we're very sorry, we didn't mean to offend, and it was a while ago, so we are going to be very careful. Karl's getting very nervous. We're just going to read out, we're not going to editorialise, Karl, we're just going to read out what the Guardian printed about us, alright? Okay.
Comedian Ricky Gervais has had a dressing down from a broadcasting watchdog for his repeated use of the word cock in a lunchtime radio show.
That's alright, that's what it says,
fine,
Karl.
that's what
He's not going to say it again, he's not... Yeah, go on.
Imagine this is the news, and I'm reading it.
Yeah.
The Broadcasting Standards Commission upheld a complaint against the comedian for coarse sexual innuendo in the programme on London station XFM. The Commission acknowledged that the presenter's remarks were intended to be humorous, but took the view that the amount and detail of the coarse sexual innuendo had exceeded acceptable boundaries for broadcast, said the BSC in a statement. The complaint objected to a section in the comic's Saturday afternoon show when he discussed the different meanings of the word cock. Gervais wondered aloud whether the word was acceptable when discussing birds, but not the male sexual organ. A BSC spokesman said the comedian went on and on about it for nearly 5 minutes. XFM, a self-styled alternative radio station, said in its defence that its remit was to provide cutting-edge programmes for a youth audience. The station said the programme's brief was to include elements of alternative comedy within certain shows that would not fit within a more mainstream radio station format. In this particular show, it was not the presenter's intention to shock when they took a humorous look at how the English language could be construed in different ways within different contexts. Gervais, whose big break was on Channel 4's 11 o'clock show, has shot to household status through the portrayal of David Brent, the middle manager from hell in BBC Two's cult show The Office.
Just in case you didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, he's a household name, but they just thought...
You might not have heard of him, but he is a household name. Now, that's good reporting, and they're quite right about it, and just to remind people, it was when Steve said the only, bird that hasn't got a penis is the swan, and I went on about the male bird being called the cock, but I couldn't use that to mean, and, you know, it was childish, you know. But, what annoys me is, I'm sure I've heard things on, like, Radio 1 like that. Oh, what's what's her name in the morning? Sarah?
Cox.
Yeah. And, there's a DJ, like Karl,
Cox?
Yeah, so you got, Karl. What's the matter? I'm just saying.
You're just saying...
There's a pair of DJs on,
Yeah, but
you know.
we've done this.
And,
What are you talking about? We're just talking
it's
about...
names. They're just saying the names. Now, I love cocks in the morning.
You're a big fan of Cox.
And at night. What's the matter with you?
Come on, Karl. Alright, we've taken it, have you actually been rapped over this?
No, I don't know what
Have you
that
had a
means.
dressing down?
No.
When did that happen?
I don't know.
I was meant to tell you, and I never got round to it.
Okay. Thanks then.
So don't do it again.
Pinky Afro on XFM 104.9.
Oh,
Can I just add that in case you don't know what you know the frequency is?
Yeah, exactly.
Why did they say that? I think so you know what you listen to. So you go. I'll tell you what. I like that radio station.
Yeah.
And it was XFM 104.9.
Exactly.
I'll listen to that again.
You'll listen to that. You can retune.
Yeah.
I was wondering actually, Rick.
Stay locked up this end of the dial.
True enough. I was wondering, because, you know, obviously we're still trying to campaign to get Karl into the air.
Yeah.
With the balloon, enterprise, and obviously the work's been done on that, don't fret, don't worry. A lot of people are asking for an update, but, you know, we'll obviously let you know when it's all gonna take place.
Yeah.
But I was wondering
These things take time.
Exactly, but I was wondering whether we should also have another kind of campaign, some kind of campaign, maybe one that could involve you, Rick. Because I'm particularly concerned, Karl, I don't know how familiar you are with this, with Ricky's eating habits. Because he eats so unhealthily.
No,
it scares me. No, come on, Rick, don't give me this.
I'm getting better now.
No, you're not getting better.
I have a smoothie every day.
Yeah, but I've told you before, that's largely sugar.
No, a homemade one.
I don't care, Rick. That's not enough. It can't counteract, right? This is Ricky Gervais's idea of health eating, right? We'll be in the canteen at the BBC. He'll go, I'm going to eat healthy today, which means he'll have 2 slices of pizza instead of pizza and chips. That's basically that's his theory, right? And it's like, I don't know what, because he can't eat anything which basically doesn't sting the roof of his mouth with flavour. So like, for instance, He's always got headaches. He's always got a headache. Okay, that's because you just drink coffee and Coke. You never drink water. Your body is dehydrated. And I said, drink a glass of water. No, boring. It's boring, water. I don't know if we were in the desert, stranded. Boring. It's boring, Steve. I'll wait till the next cafe. Right, and sometimes he'll go like, oh, I'll have a salad, right? He'll get like a feta cheese salad, right? And he'll eat the little bits of feta cheese, leave the salad. Then he goes downstairs and goes, I'm still hungry. It didn't fill me up, that salad. I go, no, what didn't fill you up was the 200 milligrams of goat cheese that you ate. That's what didn't fill you up. So this should be a campaign. I don't know whether I can observe it, people could sponsor him, something. Just eat healthy, we could do it for some kind of big charity.
Fruit.
I don't think the fruit's the issue, Rick.
Okay, if you mash it, I'll eat anything.
Rick, I'm not saying that you don't eat a certain amount of fruit, I'm saying that everything else you eat is unbalanced, and it's just rich with fat, and it's awful. Yeah. It's sausages, it's beans. You're such a working class scum, aren't you? It's the smell of chip fat is all around him, do you know what I mean? It's like, even when you can't smell it, you know it's there, seeping through his veins. I imagine when he was growing up, it was just chip fat. It was. In the house, just a big... It was. Oh, constantly boiling.
There was always chips on with everything, exactly. Yeah, or fried.
Do you want Weetabix in the morning? Deep fat fry that. It's such scum. And now it's like, oh yeah, my palate, you know, I can't eat anything. It's got no flavour. Everything's got to have cheese on it. Sprinkling Parmesan cheese. More Parmesan cheese. And if someone, like, doesn't give him, like, a whole tub of Parmesan cheese when you're in a restaurant, even though he's ordered, like, a lobster or whatever, he's like, he sort of has a go at the waiter, or, like, not to their face, obviously he's too much of a coward, but he'll say to me, like, he should have left the cheese. They so cheat with the cheese. They don't give me any cheese. He just gave you 3 bucketfuls of cheese. They should... More cheese here. It's pathetic. So I just think we should do something, because I'm panicked. I'm worried, you know, I'm worried.
I started working out a little bit. I sort of work out twice or 3 times a week.
I don't think that's going to counteract it, Rick.
And I drink water through the night when I wake up and I'm dehydrated.
From all the booze you've just drunk.
Yeah, and I have a smoothie in the morning, don't I?
You know what my views are on the smoothies. I don't think that's counteracting.
You're anti-smoothie. You're anti-smoothie.
I don't think it's counteracting all the other
You have got a problem. There's nothing wrong with the smoothie.
Right, fine. Okay, well, if you're happy to carry on as you are.
Yeah, go on.
Badly Drawn Boy obviously has done the soundtrack to this new film, About a Boy.
Yeah.
Which has got Hugh Grant in it, and obviously, this current single, what's it called? The current one that's out? The Silent Sign, that's coming, obviously that's being played on XFM. But this is another track from this album, which is the soundtrack. Lots of kind of, little bits of filler, bits of musical instrumental stuff, but all of it's very nice. This is a cracking tune, track 3, Something to Talk About.
Lovely.
Yeah, good tune that, I think. Sarah and Lauren have emailed in, they said they wanted something from Elliott Smith, or maybe Jimmy Webb. That's actually produced by the producer of Elliott Smith, and
is that I haven't brought any Jimmy Webb into the album.
No, we'll maybe play that next time.
I'll play some next week.
That's Badly Drawn Boy, though, from the soundtrack to this film About a Boy, and that's called Something to Talk About.
We've only got the stuff in the library. Do they want 4 Non-Blondes? Because we've got that in the library, haven't we?
The best of Tony Basil.
And we've got just about every song that In Excess ever recorded.
Exactly. We don't play enough In Excess,
I don't think we do, No, I can't believe it. XFM 104.9 coming up. White Van Karl.
I was obviously out with Carl last night.
Oh yeah.
I realise this because we went out. There's what's the name of that evening?
Marketplace, extracurricular.
Yeah, various XFM DJs go down there and just play an eclectic mix.
Just spin some tunes off.
Absolutely. I'm thinking of doing it in a couple of weeks, Rick. And obviously, you know, my turntablist skills now are pretty something to behold.
Yeah.
And I tell you this, I did an amazing mix the other day with my friend Dan. We spent 2.5 hours on it. This is how we spend our evenings now. 2.5 hours mixing from a trip-hop, sort of, hip-hop style beat into, Arthur's Theme by Christopher Cross.
Great.
When you get caught between the moon and New York
Written by 4 people.
4 people.
Bacharach, Carol Bayer-Sager, Christopher Cross, and a 4th one. Phone in.
If you know that.
Maybe we should, but, who knows the 4th person credited on that tune?
If I were a prize.
700, 800, 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, someone else to phone in. Right? I saw an advert. Right, there's advert toys. I think it must be. Is it because it's Easter holidays or something?
Right.
And I was watching today, and there's one of those Transformer type things, and it goes in its shield. It strikes and then goes into its shield, and it goes into a little pod. And I'm sure it was called a bowlock.
Right.
Now I must have misheard it. There's no way you can call a little kid's toy a bowlock. So, can you phone in? I'm quite willing to be wrong. It'd be very disappointing, but, are people making little bowlocks for kids?
Yeah.
Oh wait, 700, 800, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what was the other question?
The other question was who, was the 4th person that wrote Arthur's Theme?
Yeah.
When you get caught between the moon and New York City.
Crazy, but it's true. Yeah.
The only thing you can do is fall in love, Carl. So I was out with Carl last night, obviously party animal, he's hanging out with some of my friends. You enjoyed yourself, didn't you, Carl?
That's alright.
But, you were a bit worried about, Jennifer Lopez, weren't you?
Yeah.
What was the concern?
I don't really know what's going on in the pop world.
You're joking.
No.
Go on.
And, I was there in the toilets, right? And I heard it playing out on the speaker, and I heard the DJ go, there you go, that's, Left Eye Lopez there.
That's not...
And I thought, it's Jennifer Lopez.
No, it's the little one.
She had some sort of eye injury.
You thought he was breaking the news of Jennifer Lopez losing an eye by calling her Left Eye Lopez?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Don't worry, we put him right, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
But you were worried for a while, weren't you? You were anxious for a while.
I had no idea, and the thing is, I heard that on like Thursday, so for like 3 days I've been thinking...
You've been panicking?
Why she called that? Because she changed her name before, hadn't she, to J-Lo or something?
Yeah.
So I thought, you know...
Yeah.
And she got some people after her. She owes someone money. Keep changing her name.
That was What by Gabrielle and Rise.
Anyway, more music, Rick?
Oh, I'd love to.
So
What have you got lined up there, Carl?
Beta band.
Oh yeah. Sweet. Sure.
Massive respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jew, yeah, no, absolutely. Huge respect.